This week, residents of Tongaat in KwaZulu-Natal took to the streets demanding reliable running water. Let's get you an update on the situation there. We're joined by the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Water and Sanitation, Robert Mashego, joins us on the line this morning. Robert, on the one hand, the Ad Hoc Joint Committee on Flood Disaster Relief has congratulated itself on the strides it's made to try and solve some of the issues in Tongaat following the April floods. But on the other hand, residents there protesting just yesterday, more than 130 days, they say, without water.
Good morning, business. Yes, very true. I am present in Durban. We were yesterday prevented really to get into the place where the bigger problem is. But we are very aware that there are problems of not only water but infrastructure rebuilding in the whole of Ethekwini. But in Tongaat specifically, the contractors are there working. Of course, the time frame of the turnaround time is October. So this event of strike is also even disturbing that process because October month is very soon. But yes, indeed, the people of Tongaat have got no water as far as thus far. We are giving them water through water tanks.
So what's the long-term plan here, Robert?
As I'm saying, the long-term plan is simple to restore that which was there, which is possible. We are going to do that within the coming 2 months. Because in October we'll have finished. The water will flow back into the pipes, and there will be no water tanks that are giving people water there.
So in the meantime, they need to rely on things like JoJo tanks.
There is no other means because we need to. It is the only way you can give them water. Otherwise, there is no pipeline of water that can give them water from their taps. It is not possible.
So let's do this, Robert. Can you give us a sense of what has been achieved in the past 135 days?
Only in Tongaat or in the whole province.
Speak to us about Tongaat. Speak to us about Tongaat because that's where residents protested yesterday, and then give us a provincial sense as well.
Remember when this disaster happened in May? Everything was switched off. You could not drive in Tongaat, in and out of Tongaat. You could not have water. You could not have any sanitation. You have nothing that is going on there. For now, everything is gone. Is there. You can drive into Tongaat. There are now roads that are open. They are being rebuilt. But specifically because I am about water. There was no water which was flowing into that area, nothing at all. There was no sanitation, nothing. But now there is. We are at about 50% of analyzing everything else. And as we are doing oversight, we are doing oversight on the executive. We are very convinced that October time frame will give them water. But now, as I'm saying, we are at 50% stage of giving them back their lives. We are about to achieve that. It's not that if they can be a bit patient. We know that it is unnatural for them to be patient, but we are asking for their patience up until October. They will receive full service.
I mean, in the build-up to October, will there be, you've just conducted an oversight visit now, but will there be targets that will be set in this 2-month period so that this doesn't become an empty promise, so that we actually meet that October deadline?
We have just promised. Yesterday we were there with the MEC we have got in the office of the Premier, with the Mayor. We demanded from them that this is not our last, because even our mandate we want to end in October or 4, but we have applied for 2 days in November, for 2 weeks in November, for us to come back and do it properly. We are going to give a report now in Parliament, and we will want to go, before we give the final report, we have gone back to all areas that we are doing oversight on, not only in KZN, in Eastern Cape and in Northwest. So we are going to give a half-day report now. In October, we'll give the full one. So we'll have to go back to all areas that we're in. We have to make sure that the department do meet their commitment and their expectations.
Robert Mashego, we hope to talk to you in the coming months to get news that this has indeed been solved. Residents, of course, protesting just yesterday. They've now had quite enough of the current water crisis it's facing. 135 days, the community of Tongaat without running water.